Hey everyone, it's Adele and April here from Just Say Scrap with Close to My Heart, and we are here with our 70-second Technique Tuesday. So today we are going to be doing reverse side stamping. So I hope that sounds interesting to you. It is definitely an interesting technique, and we are going to jump right in.
Yes, we are.
So we are going to be doing reverse side stamping today. We are going to be using our Butterfly Friendship stamp. This is a stamp and thin cuts. You can buy just the stamp though. These are the cute little thin cuts. We are not going to be using the thin cuts. However, we could always cut the butterflies out later, right? But we're not going to be doing that yet today. So this is what the stamp looks like. Super pretty. You've got actually the little fade parts of the stamp inside. You can actually see that there are different fades inside. So we're going to be doing that as a third step, but we wanted to be a little bit more intricate before that and do the reverse side stamping first. So I'm actually going to take this big, beautiful, looks like a monarch to me. Is it?
I'm not sure.
Well,
yes, it does look
to
like
me
a
it's a monarch. Monarchs are my favorite butterfly. Oops, knocking over some things here. Nope, not gonna fit on the 2x2. So we're taking our 3 by 2 by 3.5. So fun fact about Close to My Heart stamps, I don't think we've ever said this before, is it has the actual size on the side of the stamp. And if you are looking at it from a bird's eye view, you'll see that one side is completely flat and there's the other side that is curved. So the curved side is where you want to hold your stamp, because this side, the flat side, is going to be what the stamp is going to go on. We might have said this in our base stamping 101.
Maybe, but you can also tell that you're holding it the right way, because it does say Close to My Heart, and if you stamp it, it will be upright.
Yes, that is another good point. Also, this way will not hurt your hands. This way sometimes it's a little
yes, it's
grippy.
It's just a blunt edge.
And I know we've said it in the past, there is this line here. If you're ever lining up something that's straight or an alphabet, there's a nice little indent in there. But what I'm going to do with this stamp, I actually have the design facing upwards. So this part is not smooth. This is the part that has all of the little crevices, and the stamp part kind of worked out of it.
Details.
Yes, thank you. That's what I was looking for. So I'm going to put my butterfly down with the details face towards the block. So this is now the flat part. You do not, however, want to season this too much, because you don't want to kill your stamp here. Because remember, this still is going to be going onto the block. So that is perfect. We are going to be using the same color scheme, the I Heart Us color scheme, as we did last week with the Love. Some of you I know are having a little bit of difficulty seeing the design on this stamp, so I will try and hold it up a little bit more to you this week. But I think my camera's focusing on this today. You can see our swipe stamping is like that, and now we're doing the reverse side stamping. So going with that color scheme, I'm pulling out the Pixie first, and we are going to ink up this flat side of the stamp. You do want to make sure that you get it inked up. However, like we said, don't season it. Okay. Isn't that so cool looking? So that is what the reverse side stamping is. I always like to clean my blocks off. I switch over my Versamat. We were using, remember, the flat side, or the squishy side. Now I'm on the flat side, the working self-healing matte side. I'm taking my spritz cleaner, going to clean the edge of this. And just a fact, this is our stamp scrubber. Be careful when you're doing this, because the detail is towards the block. You're going to have a little gap here. When you would have it the stamp the reverse way, the flat side is going to be directly against the block, so you can just kind of rub back and forth. With this, you have to make sure that you're not catching the edges and it's not flipping over the stamp. If you have any questions about what I'm saying, let me know. But then I'm going to flip this over, make sure that this is dry. I've made that mistake in the past.
Yes, and you want to make sure that the stamp itself is dry also.
Yes, and make sure that this part is also dry. I think it is. And then I can put that down, pick this back up with my block, and now I can season this part. So this is a new stamp. I didn't season it beforehand because I wanted it to be super sticky against that block, but now it is seasoned. Flipping my Versamat back over, and we are going to grab the raspberry.
And a fun fact, again, about your stamps. If you have older stamps that are not as sticky as you'd like, you can run them under warm water and use a very mild soap and just clean them off and let them air dry, and they should go back to being sticky.
We've also heard you can boil them in water if you want to get the color off. We haven't tried it.
No.
But one of these days we might experiment with it. We do have a stamp set that we have 2 different stamps for. Same stamp, accidentally. So we could always try it with one of those. Maybe we'll do that as a Technique Tuesday.
Oh, maybe.
You guys are giving us ideas while we're doing this. So I'm going to go right over top here. This works perfectly if you have stamps that are reverse images. So do you see how the wing is slightly off? That's okay because the base of this was close enough that it worked, if that also makes sense. I hope I'm explaining this correctly. So it's a little bit off because the base on the one side is going to be bigger. You see this side is a little bit bigger, so when I actually reversed it, it changed it a little bit. But that's a really cool design that you get on top of it. And then to go the third step for this one, you can actually take the Close to My Heart stamp that has a little bit more of the design in here. And why don't we try Thistle on top? I try to use light colors when you do things like this because you are stamping them right on top of each other. And this one should fit the 2x2. Yeah, it does. So there's my 2x2. I'm going to season it. And these stamps are really cool because Close to My Heart has actually figured out a way. So it's a shade stamp, which is so cool. And we're going to go right into the middle of the butterfly here as I hit my head on top of you guys. And look how cool that is. So now you've got a 3-layer stamp that looks awesome. And you can always thin cut that out as well. So, should I try it with one more of the other butterflies?
Oh yeah, I'd love to see more.
So, what's also nice about our White Daisy paper is it's so thick. Do you see how I just stamped that 3 times and nothing is showing through? If you always mess up or if you always want to just do a stamp again, flip over your paper. Saves you paper, right?
Yes, it does.
So now I'm going to do the same exact thing with the little butterflies, but I'm going to do it on the reverse side of this because I like how it turned out, but I was slightly off too. I could have turned it a little bit more. So I'm going to fix my mistake. My mom's just smiling over here, laughing at me a little bit.
I'm not laughing.
So once again, remember the detail is up, and you're going to go with this down. The 2x2 actually fits this one. It's a little bit smaller. And I'm going to... Did you like the colors?
Oh, I do like the colors, yeah,
So
sure.
should I do Pixie first? Okay, perfect. So I'm going to ink this little butterfly up in Pixie. I'm going to go off to the side because I want to do the 2 butterflies. So do you want to start getting this one set for me?
Oh, sure. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to do that one. She's cleaning my stamps over here. Remember, these 2 are the older ink pads. The raspberry is the newer ink pad. And we are going to... I'm waiting for her to clean this one. So I'm going to go on to this little itty-bitty one again. Remember, details down. And then we're going to ink it up in the Pixie. And what I like about the Stampin' Thin Cuts is I could have used the thin cuts and I can, you know, pop these on a page, but I can also just use something like this as a detail on a card or something. So I have the same size and they can offset each other on a card or a layout. So you don't always have to use the thin cuts. However, it is always good to have the thin cuts in your tools. Opening up my raspberry. So we have now had the detail up on top again. Throwing this into the raspberry ink. And excuse my head if I get in here a little bit. I just want to make sure I'm on top of the stamp. Perfect. There we go. So wings are still a little bit bigger on this side. This side is a little bigger, so when I flip it, it's going to be bigger on this side. But I have the antennas lined up, and that's really what is going to be the main focus point there. So the antennas are lined up,
And if you use the thin cuts, if you get the thin cuts, that should,
it'll help. Yeah,
it'll help.
it'll help it. So, got this one too. Can you clean that one so I can grab these on here? So the details up. Awesome. That one worked perfectly. This one looks like it's a exact image. I was off a little bit, but there's no mistake in scrapbooking. Only extra embellishing. Or you could just redo it. We're teaching you guys things every day. All right, and then this is the inside of this one, and then we have the inside of this one. Did I do that wrong? This is the inside of, which one is this one? Oh, this is the inside of this one. Just kidding. This is the inside of the little butterfly. All right, that's so pretty. I really like that. And then let's get the inside of the medium butterfly. Seizing it over here. And you can actually see, do you see when I'm actually inking this up that the inside is darker? It's a darker shade. And then the outside. So Close to My Heart has figured out shading in stamps, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah. And it gives such a pretty effect.
It does. So you have that extra effect underneath the reverse side stamping. And that is our stamping. So let me hold this up a little bit so you guys can see it. And there you go. You have a 3-layered stamp with only 2 layers on a stamp block. So. And that's Technique Tuesday. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about the reverse stamping, please let us know. It's a beautiful, beautiful stamp. And you can see we've returned to our basement.
Yes.
So
we cleaned it up.
We did, but we've also been split a lot in January. Mm-hmm. So this inventory was completely gone, and you were just going to see grid racks. But we will be coming at you from Disney. So we are going to try and record some of our opening and closings in the most magical place on earth over the next few days. So that's where we're heading at 6 a.m. So wish us luck. Pray for no snow in New York. Hopefully we can get there with no problem. So we will be doing that. And we also have a fun video coming at you very shortly about our Close to My Heart cruise. So we're got some fun goodies from Close to My Heart for the cruise, which is awesome, and we'll share with you in that video about the different things that we have received. And thank you to all of our new subscribers out there. We are so glad to have you. We also thank you all for all of your support, and your comments are great. We love hearing feedback from all of you, so thank you for that. It's very helpful when you tell us if you can't see something or if you want us to do something a little bit differently. It helps us with these video recordings. And also, we are so glad that a lot of you are still showing interest in our weekend and keep telling us all of that stuff. So we've got a good count, and we still have some more spots. So we are looking forward to our first weekend, and hopefully there will be many, many more. So thank you.
Thank you. And if you have any suggestions of something technique that you want to see, let us know. Just drop us a line, and we'll look into it.
Yeah. I didn't realize she looks like she's in a hole right now. I guess my seat is up higher.
Your seat is up higher.
I have to shrink down. No, wait, you stay up. Okay. So these are things we notice after we recorded. But thank you for following us on our journey. And if you have any questions, we will be getting back to you on Sunday because we will be in Disney for the next 4 days. So if you need us, leave us an email, drop us a line, but we will try to get back to you as soon as we can. If not, we will get back to you on Sunday. So hope you guys have a great week. Oh, wait, I forgot to say, because we were in Disney, Throw It Together Thursday is not going to be this Thursday. It's going to be the first weekend of February because we fell a little bit behind and we were not able to put everything together yet. So we will be coming at you next Thursday. We promise.
Yes.
So that was it. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
And we are here with our 72nd, my heart, and we are here with our second do that one. She's cleaning my stamps over here. Remember, these two are the older ink pads. The raspberry is the newer ink pad.
I have no idea what that is.
And we are going to wait for...
I'm telling you, I think something slid.
Sounds like a fart to me.
It was not. Editing.
It's so thick. Do you see how I just stamped that 3 times and nothing is showing through? If you always mess up, or if you always want to just do a stamp again,
You always
flip
mess
over your
up?
paper.
Always?
Saves
You
you
always
paper.
mess up.
Oh, well.
This is not a fun video to edit.
Excuse me if I get my head in here a little bit.
Guys, we're going to Disney. We can't edit. She can't get over the fact that my head goes into the camera. I also just told her that she put her roots into you.
Sorry about that.
There's no mistake in scrapbooking, only extra embellishing. Or you can just redo it.
Video it now.
We're teaching you guys things every day.